Niyamas. Yeah. So
Mhm.
there are lots of them are pretty straightforward, I think. Um, so the first one, Saucha, purification, we talked, I think, a bit also in the Yama episode where it's about this good deeds, good speech, good thought, like in the Zoroastrian tradition. Um, yeah, and I think it's widely known also that we have this, that whatever is how we live, how our situation, relationships are and everything, if this is purified, if this is clean, we have also like a more clearer mind to go around to use. Yeah.
Mhm.
And but for the tapas part, it was a bit, I think, a bit confusing for me. Um, how this is like meant, yeah, heat, but also like a straightening, something kind of that.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, maybe you have a better explanation for that, and so I wanted to ask you, how did you
Uh,
understand tapas?
so, tapas, it literally means straightening by fire, right? And here in India, when we see a sage in the mountains or in the caves, we say that he's doing tapasya.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so the in India, it is commonly used for a very hardcore, heavy, uh, meditation, formal meditation, as we say, sitting in harsh conditions.
Like
And
for a long period of time, or
yeah,
just like
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
like really cold
For
areas, or
long
what
periods of
sort of
time,
thing?
and being comfortable in harsh situations. So this is what is commonly used. This word is commonly used for this purpose, tapasya. But here, what
Mm.
Patanjali is saying, he doesn't really want us to go to the mountains, to the Himalayas, or in the caves. And that's when I asked Sushant also that when does tapasya become violent? Because a lot of people tend to get violent with tapasya, which is wrong.
Mm.
You're not supposed to be violent with yourself. So for me, what tapas really means is you just really need to be consistent, because it is being consistent that is really challenging. You
Mm.
start with asanas, maybe with the contemporary Ashtanga. You start with the primary series, and you'd want to progress so fast to up to the advanced series that you're definitely gonna if then you're definitely gonna hurt yourself if you're gonna be impatient to advance through these three series. But if you're consistent, then you naturally have to be slow and more careful about your postures in your body, more mindful.
Right, right,
And
okay.
this is
Yeah,
where
this
the
is yeah,
tapasya
finish the
part
sentence.
comes in. And and uh, and I believe that self discipline and tapasya happens when you're not concerned about the outcome, and you're just doing it
Mm.
for the sake of doing it, because you have to do it.
Right,
And
right, right. Yeah, and now it makes a lot more sense to me. Thank you for that. And I also
you're
would
welcome.
say, out of personal experience, yeah, this is when I like really yeah, like kind of get into the tunnel, or the tunnel vision, or like the more intense experience when I do like an asana practice, like the salutation, the solar salutation thing. When I do it over and over again, yeah, then and one in a bit of time, and one time you get deeper into the asana, deeper into the experience. You can like really focus on like small adjustments you gotta make in small muscles, small parts of your area of your body, small areas of your body, and it really gets more intense. Yeah. And like you said, um yeah, without any any will to progress, with a really patient look to it. I think this leads us already to the next niyama, santosha, which is contentment. Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think this
these are all
is.
very closely related. Even the yamas are all related, non-stealing, non-violent, and all of that. And these are also all
Yeah.
related. Even if you can just be consistent and serious with one of them, I think the others will follow.
Mm. Yeah, like we said before, also in the Yama episode, that with the personal and the social codes, they're all influencing each other as well. When we say like contentment
Hmm.
is like a really personal code, but it will influence your surroundings and your relationships as well. There's
Yeah.
no denial in that. Mm.
In these in stuff like this, santosh, contentment, and Ishwar Pranidhan are so, for me, they're so profound that even if you can just do one, just be content. That's it. Then there is nothing to. Then there's no need to do anything at all, because whatever
Mm.
we do is to be content, right? Is to be satisfied and happy.
Right, right,
And
yeah.
if you
This
can do
is
that directly, then bloody hell, bro. There is no need for anything. No need for
Yeah,
these
you don't need the
podcasts or
Ashtanga yoga
anything.
then. Yeah, you don't need any of this. Yeah, yeah. I
But
think
apparently, it is
we're
not the last
all
step.
absolutely not. But
Uh,
as Sushant also said, you should start with one yama and one niyama, which is like the easiest for you. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or fits you the most, and the other things will come naturally from out of that. Yeah, we have this in other, I think, tantric traditions as well, where they say they only have like this one yama. I think it was the first yama. The was it
The first one
uh
is non-violence, ahimsa.
yeah, ahimsa. Yeah, exactly, ahimsa.
Hmm.
That's the word I was searching for. Um, yeah, I think this was the only one, and out of this, all the other yamas and niyamas, all the codes, all the values, they will develop automatically. So
Hmm.
you just have to focus on one.
Yeah,
And yeah, with the Ishvara,
Pranidhan,
how you say it, pranidhyan.
Ishwara Pranidhan, Ishwar Pranidhan.
Yeah,
Yes, that is
yeah,
my favorite step of the entire 8 steps
mm,
of yoga. Surrender to the infinite. That is also,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you can do that, then I don't think there is any need to do anything else. Which is, I think, also the crux of Vedanta philosophy.
yeah.
Pure
Okay,
surrender. Right? What do
right.
you think?
Pure surrender. Yeah, this is really, yeah, as you said, really deep and intense thing. Yeah, I think everybody has like a really long journey to get to this point, and even understanding what surrendering to the infinite means, in a mindful way, in a thoughtful way, is already hard. And then
Yeah.
to really do it, to really experience it, to really be it, is very intense and very thoughtful. What word did you use again?
Profound.
Profound. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it is profound.
Yeah, it is absolutely, and it's surrendering the ego, like Sushant as well said. Yeah. Um, which we talked about before and will happen automatically if you accept, if you are in contentment, and no longer let the ego guide you and let it be your servant. It will automatically get less and less until it's gone.
Yeah. And how can we forget the third uh, niyama,
Yeah,
which is our area of expertise? It is called
absolutely.
Swadhyaya, self study. And that is when I asked him the question that Yeah, Mama's ashram is also a form of swadhyaya, right? Yes, it is.
Absolutely, it is, man. This is philosophy, I think, what we
So
call in the West philosophy. This is self-study,
yeah,
everybody who does a little bit of that and yeah, who gets
even
a bit
journaling,
behind.
Sushant said. Yeah, sorry,
No, no, no. Yeah,
go on.
if anybody who gets like behind, um, yeah, their their thoughts and feelings and experience a little bit of self reflection is already on the path on that.
Mhm. Yeah, Sushant even said that journaling is also a form of swadhyaya, which was a surprise for me because I never thought it like that. And yeah, if you're planning to practice just one niyama or just one yama, I'd say go through every single episode of Mama's Ashram because this is Swadhyaya. And if you'd like to follow Swadhyaya or be perfect with Swadhyaya, then yeah, subscribe and do all of that.
Nice, nice, nice. Yes, let's go. Beautiful.